Hey everybody, it's been like 3 years since I did a live stream. I'm just gonna let this roll, and whoever shows up, shows up. Gonna just, I will not be able to see I will not see the comments while I'm doing this, because I'm gonna just step over to the camera and talk my way through what I'm gonna do as I do it. Okay, so we have 125. By the way, thanks for viewing and subscribing. Oh, we got 2 people. Hey, Ashley, what's up? I'm going to do a water change, sit back and relax. It's Sunday evening. I'm going to walk through how I've been doing water change, how it works really good for me. Kiko, what's up? So, this is awesome, what I'm doing now. So, we have the 125 gallons, right? One thing I did, which helps the corals a lot, because I have softies mainly, is I had 2 power heads, the Octo 4s, right? Really powerful. And on a setting of 1, it's a lot for this tank. Setting of 2 was knocking the coral around, the softies, and it goes up to 10, way too much. I had 1 on this side, which I still have, and I had 1 on that side. You can see it's gone. And I'm like, no, but you need power heads. You need 4 power heads. You need a J-Bo, whatever it's called, right? What's up, dude? Right, because you need a lot of flow, right? You need a lot of flow so you don't get anything settling on the sand, right? Well, you know what? Here's what I did. I just have the 1 power head. It's pointed at the surface to agitate the water. And I upgraded my return pumps. I'll put a link in the video description of what I have. So I've got an overflow and a return, and an overflow and a return. So the pumps are a little more powerful, so that's providing a lot of the flow in the tank. But what I'm gonna do next is gonna really help to get rid of the detritus, and this is what all of you should be doing to get rid of I don't care how many power heads you have, the detritus, which is fish waste and uneaten food, it settles in the rock and all those crevices, and it rots, and it turns into bad stuff like nitrates, and it's bad for your water, bad for the fish. So, turkey baster. You go in with the turkey baster, right, and you just take forever. You kill your wrist. Well, I'm going to start this water change out by using a power head or a return pump to go over the rocks. I'll demonstrate that now. Once the tank becomes a little cloudy, because I'm doing all the rocks and I'm doing a slight surface on the sand, it's going to be suspended in the water. At that point, I'm going to turn off the pumps, the return pumps, and I'm gonna siphon 10 gallons out, which is gonna take 10 gallons out of the bad, and included in that is gonna be the standing detritus and fish waste that I just blew out with the power head. You do that once a week, and you'll pretty much just need 1 good power head on the right. So I'm gonna do that now. Once that's done, I'll replace it with 10 gallons of salt water that I just made at home. I'll put new filter floss in, let it take care of all that stuff, and this is also how you get crystal clear water. So I'm going to do that now. If you guys make comments, I won't be able to see them. So first I'm going to start with power heading the sand bed a little bit on the surface and all the rocks. So here's the power head I'm going to use to blow off the rocks. Instead of a turkey baster, this is what I use. It works so much better. It gets in the rocks and the crevices and everything. It's awesome. Again, do this once a week. It's really going to make your water crystal clear. And then you do your siphoning, and you siphon the stuff out of the water column and you're good to go. So I'm going to start doing that now. I leave all the pumps on while I do this. Blowing off all the rock. Getting in the rock crevices too. You can see that stuff blow out of the rocks. I know you can't see it, but it's coming out of the rock. You wouldn't be able to do this good of a job with a turkey baster. I'm going to do some of the sand bed, just the top layer. I'm going to lift this up a little bit so it doesn't blow the sand all over the place. I don't want to blow the sand too deep because I want to keep that bad stuff in the sand bed that's breaking down. And the beneficial bacteria, you just don't want to disturb that. You don't want to release those gases back into the tank that are in the sand bed. So we just do a little surfacing of the sand. Now your rock is going to get some sand on it after doing this and maybe some corals. Then you're just going to back off, blow the corals a bit, blow the rock again. You just want to kick the sand bed up around a bit so it releases a lot of that detritus and uneaten food into the water column. So when I take 10 gallons out with the siphon, it's going to come right out. And the water's getting a little cloudy now, a little powdery. You do this once a week, your water is going to be even more crystal clear. You step over to the other side of the tank. right, now you can see it's like a little fogged up. The tank is a little foggy because I just kicked up all that stuff. Now I'm gonna go get a 5-gallon jug, siphon out 5 gallons once, 5 gallons twice, and replace it with fresh 10 gallons of salt water. And the beauty of it is you're just not siphoning the water out, you're siphoning out everything you just kicked up. Here we go, 5-gallon jug. I'm gonna put this end in the 5-gallon jug. I'm gonna put this end in the tank. Dunk it underwater, lift it up to start the siphon. You don't want to put this in your mouth to start a siphon. Only a weirdo does that. A freak. Now, since I'm going to be removing 10 gallons of water, let me turn off the pumps. See, I'm not even going into the sand bed. I'm just kind of holding it around in the middle of the water column. Going after anything loose that might be floating around. You do some sand. Make sure you keep an eye on your 5-gallon jug. You don't want it to overflow. Ask me why, I know that. Yeah, the water in the jug's looking pretty yellow because I'm getting a lot of the stuff that I just blasted out of the sand bed and out of the rocks. Alright, this jug is done. Let me go empty this 5 gallons of nasty salt water into the neighbor's yard and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We're gonna do the other 5 gallons out of the tank. The jug's empty. Pour it into the neighbor's yard. Let's do the next 5 gallons. So now I got the next 5 gallons siphoning out of the tank into this other jug. I'll go into the sand a little bit, but again, I just want to get stuff out of the water column when I kicked up all the nasty stuff out of the rocks and the sand with the power head. I don't normally vacuum the sand too much, but I will vacuum in the corners of the aquarium because of the sand, that's where most of the detritus will go. And uneaten food is in the corners. So I'll just go down about an inch. This jug's already filled. All right, let me dump this other 5 gallons into the neighbor's yard, and then I'll show you the really cool, fun part of how I get water back in this tank. All right, guys, look at this. 10 gallons of salt water that's been churning all day with a power head in there. This is going to be the fun part. I got my bucket full of stuff. This is how I get the water back in the tank. You see one of these C-shaped pumps? The pump is on the bottom. Check this out. It's going to get all the water out from the very bottom. Put that in there. I'm going to clip this to the top. Pretty much done. Let me just power it on. There you go. 10 gallons going right in. Water change is done. How long have I been broadcasting? Took me 20 minutes to clean the tank. Yes, sir. So when this 10 gallons is replaced, I'm gonna turn the return pumps back on, put new filter floss in the sump to get all the remaining stuff out of there. Within 2 hours, this is going to be really, really clear because I used the power head to blow off all the rock, the sand, everything. And then I siphoned it out. New filter floss replaced every 3 days. That's it. I don't see my new Tang. He's hiding. This is his first water change. I got an orange, oh, there he is. Orange shoulder Tang, hiding out with the fox face in the corner. So that's it. Step 1, you blow off all the rock with a power head instead of a turkey baster to get all that food and nasty fish waste and everything out of the rocks, off the surface of the sand. You blow things around. Your best power heads are not going to be able to do that. Do this once a week. You have one power head, depending how big your tank is. Your corals are going to love it because they're not getting blown to death around because you only have the one power head set on a smaller setting and mine's pointing up at the surface to agitate. So then you do the once a week power head maintenance, blowing off the rock and the sand. You siphon out the water column when you do your weekly water change and you put fresh salt water back in. Awesome. That's what I've been doing for the last few months, and it works out great. I was kind of wondering, what if I got rid of this one power head and only relied on my return pumps, the 2 return pumps for the 2 overflows in the tank? No power head. The corals would be huge because they wouldn't be getting blown around. But because I have the tangs, I want to have some current so they can swim against it a little bit. You know, whatever. But I'm sure they'd survive without that power head. But I only keep the power head setting on 1 instead of 10. Okay, we're getting close to the top here. How much water we got? Probably got 2 gallons to go. I really recommend this Siphoning pump. I don't have to do anything. It's just pumping the water into the tank. Link in the video description. Best $100 I ever spent, I'm telling you. So once this is close to done, I'll turn on the return pumps. Yep, here we go. Got about 1 gallon of water to go. All done. In another hour, this will settle. A lot of it will be taken out through the overflows down below, through the mechanical filtration, which is the filter floss. I'm using polyfill. And before I go to bed, I'll replace it with even more brand new polyfill. That's it. I just thought I'd share this video with you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Haven't done a live stream in a long time, so it's kind of neat. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your weekend.